Imagine if the world's most popular web browser, Chrome, was suddenly up for grabs, not because Google wanted to sell it, but because Uncle Sam said, "You're not the web's best resource, you're a very naughty monopoly." Let's look at why Google is being asked to sell Chrome, what this means for the internet, and what we can do about it. Part 1. Why is Google in trouble? In 2024, a judge found that Google had been maintaining an illegal monopoly over search by, among other things, making shady backroom deals that ensured their search engine was the default on phones, browsers, and probably the thermostat on your smart fridge. Now, the DOJ has proposed some pretty radical solutions, including forcing Google to sell off Chrome. And Google is, of course, horrified. CEO Sundar Pichai called the proposals extraordinary and warned that selling Chrome might harm national security. I think you'd get more sympathy from the American government if you said that it was a threat to Russia's national security. Either way, it's a bold defense. Don't regulate us, you might accidentally start a war. And in a plot twist that everyone saw coming, OpenAI, the tech company trying to train robots to do our jobs, has said it would be interested in buying the browser, as has Yahoo and Jeeves. Okay, I made that last one up, but I can't be the only one who wants Jeeves to make a comeback. Part 2. Why is Chrome a target? Chrome is in the hot seat because it's not just a browser, it's the browser. Chrome controls a whopping 65% of the browser market.
Once more for the people at the back.
Chrome's control over browsers, combined with Google's dominance in the search and ad space, creates a feedback loop where users have almost no escape. It's basically a walled garden with an electrified fence and a really smug gardener. Chrome isn't just some friendly little window to the internet, it's the digital equivalent of a one-way mirror where Google watches your every click, type, and accidental stumble on a 3 AM conspiracy video about cheese. Did you know brie isn't real? All that data straight into their vault. And the kicker, Chrome has set the default search engine to Google, so you're trapped in a maze designed by them for them. This is why regulators are finally realizing, maybe, just maybe, letting one company own the road, the destination, and the entire billboard industry along the way might not be the best idea. Part 3. What would happen if Chrome was sold? The DOJ argues that Chrome's dominance gives Google an unfair advantage in the search market, and forcing a sale could level the playing field, allowing other search engines a fair shot at users' attention. But that would depend on who buys it. OpenAI and Perplexity both have expressed an interest in acquiring the browser, but if either of them bought Chrome, we're not talking about a bold new age of freedom and privacy. We're talking about trading one Silicon Valley behemoth for another. It would be like kicking Godzilla out of your city and then inviting King Kong over for tea. The threat of monopoly just puts on a different hat, and we all know that isn't fooling anyone.
Hey!
Sorry. Regardless of who buys it, not unlike Gary's Tinder profile, there is a catch. Chrome is built on Chromium, an open source project still controlled by Google. Selling Chrome without relinquishing control over Chromium is like selling a car but keeping the engine, and the new owners might find themselves at the mercy of Google's updates and decisions. It's the same reason why so many ad blocker extensions magically get removed from the plugin store. Sure, it's partly due to security, but it's mainly because the company that owns the extension store sells adverts for a living.
Okay, now do Meta.
Don't speak too soon there, me in a hat. If Google is forced to sell Chrome, this could have ripple effects because other tech giants are being investigated for similar things. Meta might need to sell Instagram and WhatsApp, Live Nation might be forced to sell Ticketmaster, and Apple might need to open up their ecosystem. In the end, selling Chrome might be a step towards breaking up Google's monopoly. But without addressing the underlying structural issues, we are just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. I want to take just 30 seconds to talk about monopolies. There are two ways to get them. One, be the best product or service and people happen to use you en masse. Or secondly, be an okay product but use all of your profits to ring fence off the marketplace from any future potential competition. If Google happened to be the best search engine and supply the best browser, this wouldn't be an issue. It's the way they become a monopoly that's the problem. So before monopolists come at me in the comments with, well, Simon just hates to see a company doing well. Don't actually. If they were competing fairly and the majority of people just happen to use them, I'd be off making another video right now or spending time with my daughter. I don't have a daughter. Part 4. What can we do about it? Not a lot. We can't just unplug Google like a misbehaving Alexa. Regulators and governments can keep fighting to enforce antitrust laws that were put there in the first place to stop monopolistic activities like this. But why break the habit of a lifetime? Google could voluntarily level the playing field and compete on their product, rather than what attention they can lock off from the marketplace. But that'd be like trying to convince a toddler that cookies aren't for dinner, except the toddler has billions of dollars, an army of lobbyists, and a one-track mind for cookies. Google could just ignore the order, because that's what Trump does.
And we do need to follow the president's example on these things.
We could all use privacy-based search engines like DuckDuckGo. Not sponsored, but my email is below. Or we could all uninstall Chrome and install other browsers with slightly better privacy policies that aren't owned by Google, like Firefox. Again, not sponsored, but I would love to hear from you. Basically, making Google sell Chrome sounds great and makes nice headlines, but until you deal with the underlying issues, it's like trying to piss on a forest fire to put it out. Godspeed.